Here we are back for part 2. 4 races to go.
Don't forget Mounting Yard Mail tomorrow, and
just on another quick little thing, boys, something you both wouldn't have heard on Wednesday, which I had to put up with in the heat at Canterbury. We've got this caller, haven't we, Darren Flindell. Obviously we're not fans of him. We're never going to warm him. Dallas said, give him time, give him time. Well, Dow, we gave him time. No one's warm. We want Sheen back. But in his experience, what is the main thing that racing needs? We need field size, but we need participants to come back to the track. Do we agree?
Yeah.
And we're under the gun completely, under the gun from minority groups with ban the whip, ban this, ban jumps, ban, so what does he say on race 1 on Wednesday, our caller? Who won the race? It was a little 5-horse race.
Yeah, the top one, Gerald Ryan's horse.
Yeah. When it raced 5 lengths in front of the 200, instead of saying, this favourite's home and you punters at home, get out here, the bookies have bet $2.40, instead of saying that, what did he say? He said about the second pick, which was number 2, what was it called?
Yeah, the stablemate that ran 4th, Beeshy on board, the Zabeel horse.
What does he say? And it's 5 lengths away, failing during the heat conditions.
They failed due to the oppressive heat.
The oppressive heat, he said. So not only is he a race caller, he's also a vet now.
Yeah.
And really, the stewards should just grab him for bringing the game into disrepute. Because why would he say that? How does he know that's the reason the horse failed? I know it's something I should be talking about in the rant, but I've just been for 48 hours, it's been on my mind, it's driving me mental. Just call the race, mate, and shut the fucking hell up. It wasn't failing. The reason it failed is the other horse was easily the better horse, and that horse maybe had no form. And you're saying, next thing we've got every narc out there listening to you writing letters to call the meeting off. Don't you agree?
Oh, well, he's giving them a voice, is what you're saying.
And he's got no experience to say the horse failed because of the heat.
All right, so Gosford will be hot today, but Randwick will be cooler tomorrow with a bit of a sou'easter. So certainly not that situation where the wind is blowing across the racecourse. And then we've got Gord's favourite race on the card, race 6, the 1.5 mile race.
You love a good tweet.
And
Trafalgar from the Wallace stable is $4.40 at favourite. $5 Admiral Jello, $5 Hardern, $5.50 The Way We Are, $8.50 Burning Energy, 15 Zatapaz, 14 The Rumour File, 21 The Bottom, 26 Dream Folk, Glenn's Monty for the place on Boxing Day.
One of the easiest races I've ever had to do as far as form, because I went to Rumour File and I went Penn, Waller Penn. I went to Burning Energy, I had a terrific result on at Canterbury with Nick Haywood, thinking the mildest 1900 might just suit this horse. Here we find it 1900 to 2400 with a chance of Bad Glen. Beautiful. Penn. Then we go to Trafalgar. Penn. The Way We Are, I looked and go, oh yes, once last over 2400, finds Blake Spriggs, barrier 1, assumes straight to the van. Top pick. Admiral Jello goes up 500 metres. Bit of a worry there. Harden, Melbourne, Penn. And then my mate Dream Folk, who ran a great race today and improved like 5 lengths from Mounting Yard Mail. I expected to run a great race tomorrow. One of the easiest races I've ever done for. I tipped The Way We Are from Dream Folk and I moved straight on.
So you didn't mention 2 horses there, the top 2 picks.
Who?
Zatapaz and Marmon.
Well, they're well out of the market, but you like them too. I'll be on them. I'll be on them because all the others are pins. Zatapaz 3rd up, born. Lee Roach. I watched him during the week on a horse. I thought, man, that's the worst rider I've ever seen in my life. He was like this. He was like this. He was like this. He was like this. And I was going, you can't ride that bad. There must be. He's had a condition. But then he did drop the whip. So he was trying to hit it with both hands. I thought it was the worst.
Well, okay. The question is whether B Spriggs holds the lead here on The Way We Are, or Zatopaz finally finds his way to the lead, which he needs to do for him.
Okay.
Burning Energy will be prominent because he's quite fast for a 2400 metre race.
He used to.
Trafalgar's got the blinkers on, and obviously I mentioned The Way We Are. So that's your speed. And Harden has been racing on speed in Melbourne, and I must say, looks to have done a reasonably good job. I wouldn't be penning anything coming from Melbourne for a 2400 metre race.
I agree with that. I'm kind of, my form is a bit tongue-in-cheek. I'm just...
I know, you had a script that you
I had a script, yeah, exactly. I know what I'll be doing on the race. I'll be unloading on Dream Folk to pay 1, 2, 3 at about 450 or 460 or something like that. I know what my bet's going to be now. You guys give me, you're a 20 to $33.
I was interested in number 4, the way we are, course and distance winner last start.
That's right, 2,400 metres is the right form for 2,400 metres.
Yes.
There you
And there's so many question marks about these other horses.
And you said you couldn't be back in Green Pope.
Well, it has,
I've had enough.
it has 1/8.
You've got to like
it's
by
one
3,
for B Shin over 1,800 metres and a midweek Randwick 3.5 years ago.
Yeah, but it did a really good job last time, don't you think?
And it's won one race since then with H. Bowman. Beat one of Gwenda's down at Kembla on Keith Nolan Classic Day.
Okay, can you back Trafalgar?
Well, Trafalgar has got the right form, but it's got the wrong stable, hasn't it? No, it's got the, it was favourite in the 24 metre race.
2 weeks ago, and the stable's getting more and more putrid with every hour that rolls by. That was 2 weeks ago. Have you seen the way the stable's gone the last week? It's getting worse and worse and worse. Now, I'm not trying to attack Chris in any way. I'm trying to protect punters.
Yeah, I know. Look, it's an interesting race for all those aspects.
Well, put your money on Trafalgar with good luck tomorrow, guys.
So that's the 2,400 metre race, and then we get into the really thick end of the card where we get sort of a dozen runners, and they're all, got Saturday credentials. A few Wallers, obviously, but not half the field of Wallers, which you would need. Race 7, Invincible Knight is our favourite at $4.80. We've got $7 Sabino Speed, $8 Disgraceful, $8.50 Choice We Had, who's an emergency for a Gold Coast race, $9 Careless, $13 Esteban, $13 Louis C.K. I missed $12 Weir Shaw, $15 Invincible, and 21 Ari Gold, 26 or longer, the other 3. Now, lots of speed from out wide here, Glenn. Dylan's Rojo, Sabino's Speed, Careless, and throw in Metallic Crown, who may be able to show some speed, or maybe not. And there's something else there I saw that I've just lost sight of now. So, yeah, one of those races where there's like 4 designated on-pace runners all drawn out in the outside half of the draw, which certainly made me want to back a horse from that half of the draw, and it made me wonder about Invincible Knight. Second up at 1,400 off all those trials. He looked very dour. He got the job done on Boxing Day, but that was the day of the win that I mentioned. And it just seemed like he might be a bit flat for this one.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I kind of didn't find him tomorrow, just money, because I was thinking more of the draw, the second up, and I thought he might be a bit flat as well. Plus he also ran down me on I Am Impressed and cost me a truckload of cash. I thought Sabino Speed 4th up tomorrow was the top pick here. I like how it won last start with 28 days off, 4 weeks off again tomorrow. The Turner, Paletti, Wells combination absolutely flying. I mean, the horse is a bit of a winner, 21 starts, 6 wins. I thought there was a lot to like about him.
Yeah, hard to argue, isn't it?
And as far as rough is in the race, I thought clearly you had to get involved with Ari Gold, who might have last look at them down the outside. They're 4th up tomorrow. It's at the trial since 36 days off. Goes down, a considerable amount of weight if he decides to play him, which young Atkins has been right. I don't know who's on at the moment.
It's an emergency, so it doesn't have a rider.
Yeah, and a couple of other little things I'll be interested in. I don't think I'll be losing on Wearshaw.
Wearshaw's got that classic barrier switch. Have a look at it. Yep. So Wearshaw was the first up champion that wasn't actually wanted the other day when I was first up, but it drew the wrong way.
Yeah, finds Hippo tomorrow.
Yeah, Hippo, and it's what I would call a golden switch.
And Tower of Song, a horse that I've always repped on these shows, and these two blokes have potted. I noticed it's won 3 of its last 8 starts, and it's got barrier limits first up tomorrow on the back of 2 trials. I can't wait to see it in the parade ring, and I think it's well placed with 55 kilos, seeing I'm a bit of a weights man.
Exactly.
I've got number 6, Invincible Knight on top. So we're going. I just think there's a lot of sort of like.
I know, he's won his last 2 in town.
Yeah.
4 out of his last 5. He's a good horse.
I think he can springboard off that last win. So you guys are going for flat. I'm saying onward and upward from the first up win.
But I thought the race panned out really well for him. He just kept coming.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought the last sort of like 50 metres was pretty impressive. I thought number 15, Ari Gold, is that still in? Or?
I was just talking about it.
Oh, were you?
He's not with me.
I had a second pick.
Oh, did you?
You're
really?
a dickhead.
What odds is it?
I'll tell you.
$21.
You only saw a word. I thought Harry Gold had a bit of a chance. You fucking idiots haven't even mentioned it. Fuck. Are you fair income? That's
Well, to be honest,
embarrassing.
I was working out what I was going to say about Invincible Night because I have it on top and I forgot why.
That's all right. Go to the site and read all your reasoning.
Yeah.
Why don't you watch the show occasionally, see what I've got to say?
And yeah, Sabino, Speed and Careless are some sort of a hope as well.
And of course we've got numbers 1, 8 and 9 here. Invincible, Disgraceful and Metallic Chance. Metallic Crown, all trained by Chris Waller, which look guaranteed pin jobs to run anywhere in the place or anywhere in your quaddies tomorrow. So make sure you leave them completely out. Marcus.
Sabino, Speed and Careless fought out a race with 5 lengths to the rest of the field here on Villiers Day, and they will put themselves in the race here. Careless had a run since, but drew the inside and kept poking along. He'd do a lot better drawn out wide. James Doyle to ride is perfect. 4 from 5 for me. 6 an obvious chance and tight enough.
Yep.
That's race 7.
Yeah, race 7, yeah.
Now race 8 is over the 11.
I thought this was the
This is the penultimate.
this is the penultimate, but I thought it was the
Nightcap.
okay. Oh, you actually listen to me, huh? Fucking hell. Yeah, the penultimate. Let's go.
1100 metres, and the market sees Bladder Jaws favourite. This has lost a little bit of purr this market, so don't rely on it too heavily. $4.60 Batter Jaws or Batter Yaz.
Yeah. Or batter
Or Batter Ho.
Batter, yeah, anyway.
Batter Her. $5 Machine Gun Jubs. $7 Top Striker. $8.50 Awasita. $14 Encostinati. $14 Quantrill. $15 Our Renaissance. $17 Wonder Bolt. Long odds the others. Now, Encostinati is our designated leader here. He led and retired first up at the 1,000. I've mentioned why.
Yeah.
Obviously Top Striker is right up on the speed. Our Renaissance is right up on the speed. And Schumacher, who is resuming from a 55-year spell, is drawn wide and looks to press forward. Machine Gun Jubs can be in the van if should she want to. Quantrill midfield with Awasita. Looks like your sort of race, Glenn.
Yeah, I think it is not race. I thought this was an each-way moral. I thought it has to be in the finish, no matter no matter how the race is run. I'm tipping about number 9 Quantrill, 1350 back to 1100 for a 3-week break. Every time it's also been around 1200 or 1100, he's been in the finish. He's just a
started shorter than Top Striker when last they met.
Reliable racehorse. I think he gets a great run here at $15. I'm all over him each way, and I think he's got a really good chance. It's one of my better bets of the day. There you go, Mark. I'm all over it. How'd you know?
Well,
There's bits and pieces everywhere, but that's the one horse I'm really interested in.
As soon as I saw it, I was the same with you, Glenn. I loved the backing distance, and then when I had a look at the stats, one win from 7 starts over the distance, and then I was like, oh,
it's
so,
great.
So is my eye wrong?
I just think he's the one that could be last man standing and powering late. So I like to look for horses that are going to power late because they tend to be a win and place punter, and then when I get a bit of a feel for horse this price range, I'm a win place punter 1 by 4, 1 by 5. It's only got to run a hole and have a fat day.
I've got to give number 2 in Costinati another chance. The trial was absolutely fantastic, and I've had a habit recently of finding something that I like the way it trialled, and then it doesn't really run well first up, and I get off it, and then it does something the start after.
I've
or
never
start
done that,
after. So
Might and power,
I think
weekend hustler.
Top Strikers in form, and I wanted to ask you guys about Banner Jaws because I thought the form was poor, but the trials looked alright.
Funny horse. He's only
highly spruiked.
He's only had
Yeah.
three lifetime runs in Sydney, and yet he's had quite a few runs. How many runs has he had? 12.
Yeah, because he had
A lot of runs in Melbourne, which is
Yeah.
a bit weird, isn't it?
and his runs in Sydney weren't that impressive.
No, he was a bit stiff behind triple.
Just talking quickly about Banner Jaws, James Doyle lost the plot. Came here, he was just like, we tipped him
He
out.
didn't have many
He's been having one ride a
Yeah.
day. Not enough practice.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
We'll give him
What do you
a
got that 2-year-old on that day when he extricated and
Yeah,
I just thought, wow, here he is.
Yeah,
that was his first day.
his
But
first- yeah,
you
so
know,
bad.
the other thing, Glenn, is that jet lag has been demonstrated. They've done some studies on the effects of plane travel on athletic performance.
No.
And the suggestion is that it actually enhances athletic performance, so it drops off after. So the idea that was the idea between, but you know.
So you don't float your horses to Melbourne anymore. Fly them down.
Well, that's not long enough to get jet lag. No, you got to run them. You got to fly them around the world.
Well, maybe Chris Wallace should think about hiring a plane this afternoon and take him for a trip around Sydney for 5 hours.
Well,
Land back
isn't
at
it?
Mescott.
But there is, because you know how you can do training in the hyperbolic chamber because it's less oxygen. So you
The
got
what chamber?
Is it hyperbaric?
Hyperbaric.
You said hyperbolic.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Here we
That's here we go.
Pronunciation Nazis. You just two grumpy old men.
I'm just everything I never wanted to be now. Yeah, go on anyway. Getting back to the hyperbolic chamber.
Yeah, well, you can train in it. It reduces the amount of oxygen and therefore simulates high altitude training. So it makes sense that, that does make sense.
Yeah, long distance plane travel. So James Dorf, fresh off the plane, he was like good to go, and now he's like the.
I'll tell you what.
Wow.
Do you want that noted in the form guide? Recent flights.
No wonder we've lost.
Jockeys.
No wonder we've lost people to punting because like 50 years ago when they got 100,000, you go there. I like the red, and I back number 7, and now it's like theories of hyperbolic chambers and.
Yeah, but that's because
Chris Wallace
that's
cameras.
all I used to worry about was, this has gone up half a stone, or this has gone down half a stone.
It's just got so technical now. Everything's become so like.
Back on the race, I'm clearly on top. One of the horses I particularly like to want is number 13, Machine Gun Jubs.
Wow. Wednesday, wasn't it?
It was incredibly. I reckon it should have won by about 6 lengths last start.
That's a good run though, wasn't it?
It's lightly raced. It's with the right trainer. It's got the right jockey. I love that jockey from the inside barrier, and it needs a little bit of luck. But I'm getting $6 to find out about it. So
Is
I'll
it
be
favourite?
backing it.
No, Batter Jaws is favourite.
Okay, so second favourite. $6 would be second favourite, there, wouldn't it? Okay, better just what, $4.50 or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm happy to race you home for $1 million there.
Okay. Oh, $1 billion is our normal bet.
So it's Quantrill v Machine Gun Jump.
Yeah,
is that the bet?
pretty keen.
What do you want to back Batter Jaws?
No, I'm Quantrill. That's what I want. You're getting back. Yeah, I'm Quantrill.
Look, this is a curious race because it's sort of lacking a lead up. We've got the 1,000-metre race, which is a midweek race on Boxing Day, the race that Top Striker won.
Yeah.
So 1,000 doesn't really fit, and 1,200 doesn't really fit. It's just one of those. That's the beauty of 1,100-metre racing.
That's a great distance.
It's a great distance. But what I want to mention is that I thought Top Striker had a PR of all PRs. Like, he's racing very honestly, but his wins, his preparation. This horse had its first start
When you said
at 1,300.
It had PR last day, you say?
Yeah.
Didn't it miss a kick a bit?
Yeah, and then he just ended up in the
He
beautiful
zipped through.
covered position. That was
But
the
he
race that you said Cosmic Cameo should have won the race.
Yeah.
Did it have its first start over 1,300 because of the breeding?
Yeah. But yeah, High Chaparral. Anyway, it's now 1,000 metre horse. Anyway, it had a
Well
perfect
spotted.
run the other day.
See how I listen in? Google jerk.
I'll tell you what, I'll definitely be listening in the last race because.
All right, let's go. Race
No,
nine.
I'm not up to race night. In fact,
sorry.
look, and Costanati's got his excuses. Our Renaissance is a much better horse than last time as well.
Yeah.
Forget Awasita. Last Witness,
Why forget I was here, Barry one?
it's a bullshit horse, Awasita. And Gunn gave it didn't he give it the
He gave it the
sweetest-
PR of PRs.
Yeah.
That was the PR in the race.
Yeah, well, I'm saying Top Striker had a perfect run as well. Last Witness will do something off the back of running in that zippity zip race at Wyong.
Okay.
Yeah, the
What odds is
Egyptian
Last
symbol.
Witness?
It's $34.
Okay, wow. Okay, so
It's got Rory Hutchings on tomorrow. I don't know where Rory's been. He's been.
don't know.
Quantrill, you've made the case for. It's an obvious horse. Wonderbolt, Hippo on board tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be a winner.
And Machine Gun Jubs is stylish, certainly of its last start. Look, I think it's a really juicy little race.
Juicy
It's a
race.
good race.
6 or 7 runners there for your quaddy punters.
The nightcap for Glenn is Classic Uniform $5, Dark Eyes $6, Hand from Above $7, Chestnut Road $8.5, out to $11 Francesco, $11 Obsidian, $15 Leopari, $16 Red Debawi, 17 Shutterbug, 17 More Than Fabulous, 26 Intrepid Way. Just mentioned that for you, Glenn.
Thank you.
Long odds, the two stayers there. Now, I imagine that Classic Uniform will drive across Dark Eyes who'll hand up, but maybe not. Chestnut Road works forward. He's been racing hard up on the speed with success of late. There are your three up front. Maybe Hand from Above will use his draw to try and track the pace.
He looks top pick to me here, Hand from Above. I just like his third up. I like both his runs back. We got a chance of it was possibly a bit of bad in last start to Nick Haywood, who's does a good job winning. He does a good job winning last races. This young Nick Haywood, so he stays fresh all day. I was tipping him on top, and of course it was bits and pieces. 8, 9, and 10 were all trained by Wallace. So there was 3 pens.
8's Danny Williams. So that's just a Danny Williams pen.
I would apologise. I keep thinking that's Chris.
That's still a pen. That's fine.
Yeah, okay, but 9 and 10 is pens. Obviously, you mentioned Intrepid Way because I was keen the other day and it didn't get a run. I think it fits in a bit there tomorrow. And the rest are like Francesco, Classic Uniform, Dark Eyes. They all look very similar horses to me. They're all the same horse. Don't you agree? They're all like the same horse. It does my head in even looking at them. Oh yeah, number 1, Chris is the other horse. I knew you had 3. Regal Monarch, straight from Newmarket. It's got all the 1s and 2s and 3s next to him. There's another pen, beautiful. I'm all over Hand from Above, boys. In the last, More from Fabulous never seems to win. Chestnut Road, finding it hard to find this David Pfeiffer all of a sudden. You might get in the pen category.
Well, what about Chestnut Road? He's like hundreds, and then he puts in that run in the Invincible Night race where he just worked.
Yeah.
Bravely, and then Glyn took off on him the other day in a sprint home and maximised his finish. His last 2 runs have been quite good, but $8.50 now in a Saturday race off 2 midweek runs.
Yeah.
Public holiday, $50,000 races.
The more I talk about this race, the more keen I am on Hand from Above. I think it might tick all boxes here tomorrow.
Yeah, it's got a great chance.
Right up, there's me on the last. What about you on the nightcap?
I found a Waller horse on top, so I'm staying out.
Who is it? Leah Parry.
I don't even want to talk.
Yeah. He's embarrassed. Never be embarrassed. This racetrack is full of
and remember here,
full of ways and wherefores.
There's no way I can tip a horse that I'm
well, you're not backing
think
it,
has
you?
none. You know.
Yeah. Pen. This is the only media outlet that tells the truth. Is there anyone writing an article about Chris's poor performances the last couple of weeks, maybe a month?
Everything I've seen on TV, they're still spruiking him.
Well, how bad is it? I mean, it's not fair. I mean, even Chris would say he's going no good. Like, I'm not going into the whys and why not.
He's not allowed to say he's not going any good.
Well, yeah, you know, he only gets 40,000 this week instead of 60,000. He'll be all right in the long run. If he wants to fucking go feel what no good is, come and live with me for a month. What about you, Marcus?
Look, Dark Eyes is third up, going up in distance. Gay Hippo is just going to be there.
If you could swap with any person in the world to be Tiger Woods, I think I would be Greg Kolovos. No one knows who he is. I keep thinking it's his own brother.
So he's got 2 and 3 here.
Yeah, he's got all this money out of Piero, like 40 million jumped in the bank. So what did he do? He invested in racehorses. You go, well, what a beautiful mug this bloke must be. And every single horse, if you look at them, they got 88,000 in prize money, 156,000 in prize. And I reckon he runs every individual one like a business. And I'm tipping he doesn't lose another horse since.
And we'll have him on the show soon.
And he probably he walks around like Mr. Magoo. I'm in love with Greg Kolovos.
Yeah, so Dark Eyes has got an obvious chance. You've mentioned Hand from Above. Classic Uniform looked way too good a run the other day.
It's all the same horse. You're talking about all the same horse.
No, but I mean King Darcy. So sorry.
Oh, don't even mention King Darcy. Well, it's the same horse again.
Well, Classic Uniform sat outside King Darcy.
Yeah.
You know, that was the Cabeza de Vaca race.
Oh, nicely said, mate. Cabeza de Vaca.
I think we've gone mad, seriously.
Honestly.
Anyway, so classic Uniform is there.
Who are you going to say? Who's your number one to the pick?
And look, the other one, the wild card is Shutterbug, who comes on here off a very slowly mares race and gets blinkers on.
Down 6 kilos.
Has got the flyweight.
Hope it doesn't get affected by the heat. My best bet for tomorrow, punt.
Hang on. Wait. Just
always trying to get the beach.
Just wait. Just
trying to get the beach.
Okay, so that's Randwick for Saturday. We'll just zip and talk about plays for the day. Glenn, away you go.
My play for the day tomorrow is you've
forgotten, have you?
No. Just have a night. I'm just trying. 1 by 3. That's your units on each one. Quantrill tomorrow is my best play at this stage from the Friday preview show.
I'm going to be backing Machine Gun Jubs. I'm going to be backing Cogliere in the Highway, and my roughie of the day is Treviso.
I think they're all really good picks. Marcus? for the Desperates?
I really like Modar and Cogliere.
Okay, and yeah, I can't knock any of the picks the boys have said there, so hopefully we can provide a bit of profit and a bit of entertainment tomorrow for you guys. Now, what are we leaving on? Anything at Gosford?
Yeah, I think I don't like 1,000-metre races at Gosford, so the races 1 and 2. Look, Puzzling Wonders going around 1,000 metres as favourite, first time in his life.
Wow.
$2.75. Never seen 1,000 metres.
Wow. And probably got a good chance to race like that too.
But I thought the look, as soon as you got to race 3, it really juiced up. Look, don't know where to look in that race. So the market settled on Fashion Snips, and I understand why, because she's been Warwick farmed the last 2, and this looks a perfect race for her, if there is such a thing as a perfect race for Fashion Snips. But you know, you've got a last start Gosford mile winner there in Casharth. It's $15. It seems amazing race.
Is that ridden by the little Alina Scout?
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's $15.
Yeah, look, I've had something on Cinema Paradiso there because she was up in the facing the wind at Randwick.
Well, just quickly, let's talk about Cinema Paradiso, because I've done all the form for Gosford as well, and now I've decided not to go. One, I may have done all the form. I looked at it and got so exhausted from all this. How did it get beaten 43.6 lengths and not asked to trial again? How does that work?
Oh, well, obviously affected by the heat, but you know, it was only 25 degrees that day, so I don't know.
But I'm just saying, like, when horses get beaten 43 lengths, they usually say you're going to trial again.
That's right.
So what do the stewards say? Some do, some don't?
We'll have to go back and consult the stewards
Is
report
there
on that particular race.
if a vet gives a certain report?
There was a vet thing on it.
Maybe.
So if there's a vet, does that mean that you don't have to trial again? Got a sore elbow? Okay, your elbow got better. No trial again. Okay.
Vet cert.
I know what the rules are.
Vet cert.
Vet cert.
In the mares race, obviously Bjorn's backing up Imposing Lass, and Hetty Heights gets blinkers for the first time out to the mile. Asanara's got the tumbling weights, but I think is not happening. And I'm interested in Queen of Wands, third up, and who poked up the inside there at Randwick last time. And I thought that All in the Reflexes was an amazing run on that day that I keep talking about.
Okay.
Then we have the Cup.
Let's not even talk about the cup.
It's a great race. You've got bloody... You just
6
haven't
runners.
got... Yeah, but you haven't got a tail on the race, that's why. So, thought Red Excitement was way too short.
Possibly, but there's 6 runners, Mark.
Sense of Occasion was a bit short. Malice was wrong odds at $6.50, had time off last time.
Okay.
And Foreign Prince is ready to run a race.
And Loophole's a pen.
The Takeover Target race, what have I backed here? I backed Merceau. Really interesting race. I think His Majesty finally gets away from the inside and the chance to be ridden a bit quieter.
Okay.
Merceau was scratched on Saturday.
Yeah.
Is it Merceau?
Or Massoud. Or Massoud.
And the last race, well, I've mentioned that Precautions, who had to take it up into the wind at Randwick. C. Williams has drawn gate 1 there, which could be a problem. But
How I'm not at Gosford today to give C. Williams and D. Oliver a bag.
there you have it.
Are they going to know how to... Like, Craig Williams does his work, I know, but it's pretty strange track, isn't it? Like, you've got to know how to ride it.
Yeah, but he's a very, very seasoned professional, Craig Williams. He'll be up there poking the track with his... He'll be walking
brolly.
every blade of grass there.
Brolly.
One thing about C. Williams, every time I look at him, I feel better about myself. I feel better.
Well, that's good, Glenn, because we'll need you to feel better. We'll need you to front up on Monday.
For the rant. I'll be
the
so
rant.
excited after we, let's just see how
I
the
mightn't
weekend-
be here.
Okay, there you go. I will mention one thing is tomorrow race 1, number 3, Momentum to Win's my first Animal Kingdom I get to watch on the parade ring. I haven't seen an Animal Kingdom. I'm excited to see one. I like to see the different new styles come on.
So the Paul Massara had
Where's
one
he
start
from?
at Scone that ran second to the Bruce Johnson's horse.
Did
That
he?
was an Animal
Okay.
Kingdom.
I haven't seen it. Okay, I haven't seen one yet. That's the review. I hope you got a bit of pleasure out of it, a bit of tipping expertise, and I hope you get a bit of profit. And I don't know why I'm talking like this.
Bye.
Good luck, guys.
Okay.